In this unit, we take a look at interest, and in particular, simple interest, and how to calculate it. There is also compound interest, but we won't be studying it here. When a person borrows money, a fee for the use of money is usually charged by the person lending the money. This fee is called the interest, and it's usually based on a percentage rate. Some definitions that relate to interest. So the principal is the amount of money invested or borrowed. The interest is a fee for the use of the money, and it's in a dollar amount. The rate of interest, the percent at which the interest is calculated, and the amount, the principal plus the interest. In compound interest, the interest based on the principal plus previously earned interest. And so actually you are calculating interest on top of interest. The simple interest formula is simple interest is equal to principal times rate times time in years. And rate is as a decimal, just as we saw when we were calculating percentage values in the last unit. And so I equals PRT. And then the amount is equal to the principal plus the interest. And so the triangle formula, or the formula triangle for interest is I, which is up top here, equals P times R times T. R is as a decimal, and T is in years. All right, so let's take a look at find the simple interest and amount on $1,200 at 15% after 5 years. So there are two parts to this. I've asked for the simple interest, I, and the amount, A. So let's first calculate the simple interest. I is equal to PRT. And so we have to calculate the principal amount, which is the amount being invested. That's the $1,200. And the rate is 15%. That's 0.15 as a decimal. And the time is 5. And that's in years already. So we will multiply 1,200 times 0.15 times 5. And that will give us the interest that is charged for borrowing this $1,200 at 15% for 5 years. And that will be $900. And you might think, wow, but that's pretty expensive. Yes, it is. 15% is a high rate there. Now, the amount, which is equal to the principal plus the interest. So that will be equal to $1,200 plus $900, which is $2,100. In our next problem, let's take a look at the annual rate of interest on a $21,000 loan is 7%. Find the interest after a period of 4 months. Remember, time must be in years. So 4 months is a portion of a year. It's 4/12 of a year. And we can reduce that if we want to, but you can use the fraction 4/12 in any of your calculations. It doesn't have to be reduced. But if I reduce it, that will be 1/3 of a year. So this is equal to my time. And so the interest then is equal to PRT, $21,000 times my rate as a decimal, that is 0.07, right? Remember, we divide by 100 every time, 0.07, not just 0.7, times 1/3. There are different ways we can put this into the calculator. what I might take a look at is doing 21,000 times 0.07 divide by 3. I don't need to multiply by the 1. So that'll work. You could use a fraction key as well. You could use 0.333 as long as you use enough 3's and not just 1. I think it will be fine. So we're going to round to 2 decimal places since this is money. So I'm putting in $21,000 times 0.07 divided by 3. I get $490. This is the interest charged on $21,000 at 7% after 4 months. Another one that's pretty high. Determine the simple interest amount if the principal is $650, the rate of interest is 3%, and the time is 4 years. So give this a try. Determine the simple interest and the amount. Give this a practice, and then I'll begin it. I equals PRT. Our principal is $650. The interest is 0.03 and the time is 4 years. So $650 times 0.03 times 4. And we get 78. That's $78 interest charged. Then the amount is equal to the principal plus the interest, which is $650 plus $78. That's $728. All right. Moving on to a different one. Determine the simple interest and the amount if the principal is $5,500, the rate of interest is 2.5%, and the time is 5 months. So the principal is $5,500. The rate of interest is 2.5%. Let's divide that by 100 to get it as a decimal. 0.025. And the time is 5 months, not 5 years, which is 5/12 of a year. All right, so the interest, principal times rate times time. $5,500 times 0.025 times 5/12. Now, to enter 5/12 on your calculator, you could enter 5a over b 12 if you have a fraction key, all right? We can also just do times 5, divide the whole thing by 12. This is all multiplication and division. So actually on my calculator, I can do 5,500 times 0.025 times 5 divided by 12. And that will get us the total, or the interest amount. Let's see what that is. 5,500 times 0.025 times 5 divided by 12. All right. 57.29. So $57.29 is the interest. The amount then is the principal plus the interest, which is $5,500 plus $57.29. All right, so this is $5,557.29. All right, and that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.